NFL Blitz 2002 is an arcade-style football game in Midway's arcade sports lineup. It's very similar to games like NBA Jam and NBA Showtime in that it takes a lot of liberties with the rules and just kind of delivers a fast, furious arcade-style game. The series has been running in arcades and on other platforms for quite some time. This is the first installment on the GameCube, and it's a completely redesigned installment this year. The previous years have all kind of been based around the same engine, but this one completely new from the ground up. It still keeps a lot of the same gameplay, but the graphics have been redesigned. A lot of the timing is different. So if you're a player of the older games, you're going to feel lost for probably about a week before you pick up the new timing for the game. Once you do pick it up, it's actually a really fantastic game. While Blitz is a very arcade-style game, that's not to say it's completely without strategy. In fact, it's a really deep, deep game. There are tons of plays. Each team has a team-specific playbook. And each play is really filled with a lot of different options between the receivers, between the running and the sneaking. There's a lot of stuff going on every single play. There's a lot of after-the-play action with the stiff arms and spinning. Basically, it's a lot deeper than you would expect an arcade-style football game to be. And this version is even a little deeper than previous years because they've added something called the impact player, which is one more player on the field that you can control separately from what the rest of the play is. You can have the impact player cover, you can have them go deep, you can have them try and get open, and then on defense, you can have the impact player cover the offensive impact player, or you can have them rush in, delay rush. There's a lot of different options that really make the game different every time you play it. Graphically, Blitz looks pretty good. The stadiums all look really nice. The players look well and animate really fantastically. There's a lot of really good over-the-top animations of the players getting tackled and just getting crushed by the opposition. There's a lot of players on the field, and they all move really well. The sound is pretty good. All the grunts and groans you'd expect from a football game are there. And the commentary is a little different this year. It's a two-man booth this time, so there's a guy kind of interjecting jokes. Basically, his joke is that he makes really obvious statements over and over again. It's just like, well, if they run the ball upfield, they'll gain yardage. And it's funny for the first 3 or 4 games, then it starts to really get tiresome, but it's a nice try. Overall, Blitz is a fantastic arcade-style football game. If you're not really into sim-style football, then this might be right up your alley. Blitz purists and people who've been playing the game for years are going to have some trouble picking it up, and in the end they might not even like it as much as a player coming in fresh, but deep down this is probably the deepest and best Blitz game yet.